Any other statement from the coach and then any questions?
Obviously not the outcome we're looking for, but we got to give Tennessee a ton of credit when they had a week off, just like we did. They came ready to go. Defensively, we weren't as good as I thought we needed to be the first half, and then we had a major issue with second half starts. And, the 3-point lead, I felt like should have been a lot bigger. We had taken care of a few things on the defensive end in the first half, and all of a sudden it disappeared immediately in the second half. They went from down 3 to up 6 pretty quick. So we got to figure out how to have a lot better starts in the second half. We got to figure out how to make tougher plays. And this is a team, Tennessee, that's typically one of the toughest teams as far as physicality, effort, rebounding, all that tough stuff. They're one of the tougher teams in the league. And thought for the first half, we had some mental mistakes, but we were up 3 in the glass, and then getting out rebounded by 12 in the second half. Obviously, Aiden Schrupp being in foul trouble didn't help any of that, because he's been the best rebounder, and he didn't play a lot of second half due to foul trouble. So we got to find a way to keep him out of foul trouble. We got to do a better job. And this is that too many guys get their season averages on us, or season highs on us. I'm sorry. Nate Oats comes out, scores a season high on us, did a great job. We obviously know he's a talented player. He's supposed to go in the lottery. And we didn't have anybody really step up and do a great job stopping him. On the offensive end, they did a really good job making sure the ball did move, and we didn't move it enough. We only had 9 assists. Outside of Barron, we had 2 guys that had 1 assist each. So obviously, Tennessee's a really good defensive team, but we didn't do a good job attacking them. In large part due to us not getting enough stops, particularly in the second half, and being able to get out and transition. We didn't hardly have any transition buckets, which is not how we're supposed to play. And it's frustrating. It's a good team. We've now lost back-to-back home games. We had a great crowd. I thought they were unbelievable. Thank them for coming out and giving us exactly what we needed, but we didn't give them a good enough show like we should have. So frustrating, but we got to get ready to play Missouri. It's a quick turnaround. Got them on Tuesday, and they're good. They play up and down there. So the only thing we can do is focus on what we need to do to get better moving forward, and we got to be a lot better than what we were tonight. That's for sure.
Starting in the middle, Charlie.
Yeah, Coach, just give an update on Aiden Holloway and Marty Allen.
Yeah, you know what? I was really hoping. They both got injured in the Oklahoma game, and I was really hoping they'd both play, as was Clark, our trainer, tonight, and they just didn't come around as quick as we'd have liked. They're doing everything they can. Clark's doing everything he can. Neither one of them are supposed to be considered long term. So, I would hope. I certainly think that they'll play, but I thought they were going to play tonight. To be honest with you.
Yeah. What do you think of Chuck's performance?
Yeah, I thought he was good. I thought he meshed well with our guys early. Thought LeBaron found him on some lobs. Got the dunk to start his first bucket. It was great. You get that little slip underneath out of bounds. For a guy that's only been here a few days to fit in with the team, he hadn't actually played with any of these guys, even though he'd been in our system before. I thought he was good. He almost led us in blue collar points. And he's got to get a few more rebounds for us. He knows it. And he was telling me that, in the first half when he came out. But guys all loved him. He's a great teammate. He's going to help us moving forward. We just got to get him rebound the ball a little bit better, particularly on the defensive end.
How much did not having Holloway kind of hurt the offensive rhythm, especially from 3?
Yeah, it hurt a lot. He's one of the best guards in the country, and not having him out there certainly didn't help anything. Puts a lot of pressure on LeBaron, and then Wrightsville had to do a lot of playmaking today, which is fine. He's good at it, but then he doesn't get as many catch and shoot threes. And, we didn't shoot it well from 3 tonight. 23%. Holloway would definitely help with that, but I'm not gonna even make excuses as to why we lost. I mean, we put 5 really good players out there all the time, just like Tennessee did, and we didn't have enough tonight.
Emily, anyway.
Coach, you just talked a little bit about the free throw efforts last week. Can you talk a little bit about how they've improved this week, even though you guys came out with a loss?
Yeah, I mean, guys had a week off, they got in the gym, you know, they looked at it, obviously it was bolstered by, you know, Barron and Trelly going 12 for 13 between them. Honestly, the rest of them, outside of Charles, wasn't what we needed. So, you know, we're gonna keep emphasizing that, we're gonna have them get in and shoot, you know, cause Charles, Barron, Trelly, 15 for 17, and everybody else goes 2 for 7. And 2 of those misses were front into 1-on-1s, if I remember right. So we left a lot of points on the board. You know, we actually shot a little bit better than they did. You know, we were 71, they were 68% at the line. That's not. We're not trying to compare ourselves to the other team at the line. We're trying to shoot closer to 80%. We gotta get guys that should be making them step up and make them when they need to make them.
Hunter, last one.
Yeah, just 5 straight losses to Tennessee. Just what do you make of that against their rival?
Not good. They're really good. We haven't been good enough. The one up there really hurt last year. You know, I got a lot of respect for Coach Barnes. I think he's one of the best to do it in the last 20, 30 years in college basketball. He's done a great job against us. We have to do a better job prepping our guys. Thought they made good adjustments in the second half. You know, they went to switching on the ball screens after we, you know, had some success against our other coverages in the first half. So he had a week to get his guys ready to go, and he did a good job getting them ready to go. And I didn't do a good enough job having our guys ready. And he's a really good coach. You know, when we first got in the league, we had some success with him, but here lately, and we've been pretty good. I mean, we're one of the better teams in the league these last 2-3 years. We had, for whatever reason, you know, we haven't had as much success with them, and that a lot to do with the way that they guard. They're tough, physical, and they make it hard. They take away your threes, and we gotta have a better plan on offense. But you know, on the defensive end, we gotta do a better job, particularly rebounding the ball. They just got. They emphasize toughness, physicality, and we got to do a better job, you know, countering that. So they hopefully we see them again in the SEC tournament, you know, to have a second crack at them, because if we do, I'm sure it'll be later in the tournament. I mean, being both still playing, but you know, they're a really good team. Where you know, we don't get them again this year unless it's in the SEC tournament. Or do we? We do. We have to go up there, don't we? That's on me. Well, you know, just never mind the SEC tournament. We'll get them up there, and hopefully we're a lot better prepared to play them up there than we were this time at home.
Thank you, Coach. Thanks, everyone.